Now, as we go through the process of using negative emotions, sometimes we need to do some reframing. So when the emotions are not releasing, we need to be able to reframe them. In NLP, reframing is the process of changing the way a thought is presented so that it maintains its fundamental meaning, but is more likely to support resolution efforts. Now, there are 3 things you need to do, and this is all scripted out for you. So if you'd like to turn over to page 16, all the general reframes are in here for you. You don't have to do any extra thinking. All you have to do is turn to the right page at the right time. So page number 16, we will start with this reframe. If the emotion is not releasing, we will say to the client, what is there to have learned from this event? The learning of which will allow you to easily let go of the emotions. Won't it be easier to preserve the learnings than the emotions? If you let go of the emotions and preserve the learnings, you'll have learned what you needed. As soon as we read number 1, we will then read number 2 to the client. The negative emotion, for example, will focus on anger. The negative emotion of anger doesn't protect you. In fact, negative emotions aren't safe for the body. Each negative emotion can contribute to the following types of health problems. Anger can lead to heart attack. So won't you be a lot safer if you let go of the emotions and preserve the learnings about taking care of yourself? So if we were working on the emotion of anger, then what we would do is we would just quote the section where it says anger leads to heart attack. Does that make sense? If we were working with the client on the emotion of sadness, we would simply say the negative emotion of sadness doesn't protect you. In fact, negative emotions aren't safe for the body. Each negative emotion can contribute to health problems. Sadness leads to a weakened immune system and depression. If you were working on fear, you'd say the negative emotion of fear doesn't protect you. In fact, negative emotions aren't safe for the body. The negative emotion of fear can lead to excessive stress, PTSD, or phobia. If you're working on guilt, you'd say the negative emotion of guilt doesn't protect you. In fact, negative emotions aren't safe for the body. Each negative emotion can lead to health problems. Guilt lowers the healing energy of the body. Now, if you're working on things like conflict, you'd say the negative emotion of conflict doesn't protect you. In fact, negative emotions aren't safe for the body. Each negative emotion can contribute to health problems. Conflict leads to cancer. Now, won't you be a lot safer if you let go of the emotions and preserve the learnings about taking care of yourself? Now, when you read that to the client and they realize that these negative emotions actually lead to health problems, they say, yes, I want to let go of this. Knowing what you now know, if you're holding on to conflict and you know that that leads to cancer, do you want to get rid of that conflict? Or do you want the cancer? Let it go. Excellent. As soon as we read 2, we then move on to the third one. We then say not letting go of this emotion is in direct conflict with the highest prime directive of the unconscious mind, which is to preserve the body. This emotion, though getting results, does not preserve the body. It hurts the body. Wouldn't it be better to let go of the repressed emotion and get the same results in some other way? Now, as we present those reframes, we just read them from the top of the page down to the bottom in one section. We go from 1 to 2 to 3. The client that you're working with is going to say, yes, I really want to let that go. And this just helps reframe the mind. So here's what we're going to do. In your breakout rooms, you're going to read the general reframe script out loud from page 16. Coachee, there's no need to respond. Observer, you can provide immediate feedback. Tell them this is what you did right, and this is what you can do differently next time. So this should be nice and fast. Groups of 3 minutes each, 10 minutes in total. I will reorganize these groups so you'll have an opportunity to work with new people. The breakout rooms are now open. I'll see you back here in 11 minutes.